let's have a look at a partnership sum where we are going to deal with the death of a partner. The sum goes as Varsha, Shanti and Madhuri are partners sharing profits in the ratio 5:4:3. So that is the old profit sharing ratio. The balance sheet as on 31st December 2017 is as under. So they've given us a balance sheet. So whenever we have a balance sheet, first go check for the accumulated profits, reserves and losses. So on the liability side, we have a general reserve which is going to be transferred to the capital account credit side. Left side page will go to the right side. And next on the asset side, we have profit and loss account which is an accumulated loss which is on the asset side, right side page. So it will go to the debit side of the capital account and both of these values will be split up among the partners in the old ratio. Below it, they have given on 1/1/2018, Madhuri died. So the third partner, Madhuri, has been deceased. And on her death, the following arrangements are made. So they've given stock, then premises, depreciated and appreciated, then they have given bad debt. So point number 1, 2 and 3 relates to a revaluation account. And lastly they've said the final amount due to Madhuri was not paid. So when the final amount for Madhuri is not paid, it ultimately goes to Madhuri's executor's loan account. So we don't have any other adjustment as goodwill or average profit in this particular case. So let's start with the revaluation account. So the revaluation account with the credit side and the debit side is ready. So next we are going to start with the adjustments one by one. So the first adjustment given there is stock to be depreciated by 5,000. It is by 5,000, it's not to and at. So we are going to take that 5,000 and put it over there in the revaluation account. Whereas stock is an asset and the asset is depreciated, that is decreased. So when the value of asset is decreasing, it will go to the debit side of the revaluation account. So put to stock account and the value 5,000 directly in the outer column. Next we have is premises is to be appreciated by 20%. Premises is an asset and likewise it is appreciated. Increase in the value of asset will go to the credit side of the revaluation account. So they said it is appreciated by 20%. So in the old balance sheet, premises is 1,20,000. So 1,20,000 into 20 by 100. Cancel a 0 from 20 and 100 and 1 0 and 1 0 with 1,20,000 and 10 over there. So when we cancel and we multiply, we get 24,000 for premises in the outer column. The last one is to provide 4,000 for bad debts. Always consider bad debts as a liability. Even though it comes on the asset side, we decrease it. That is, we remove it or we subtract it from the sundry debtors. So consider bad debts or provision for bad and doubtful debts as a liability. So we are providing 4,000 towards a liability. So liability increase will go to the debit side. So to bad debts account, 4,000 in the outer column. So these three are the adjustments which we are going to record in the revaluation account. Now roughly leaving around 6 lines for the three partners for the revaluation profit or the loss, we are going to draw the grand total on both the sides. Now we have 24,000 on the credit side and 9,000 on the debit side. The 24,000 is the greatest total, so we are going to write 24,000 as a grand total on both the sides. Now moving on to the least side. The least side is the debit side. So we are going to move into the debit side and we are going to find the answer. If your least side is a debit side, it is going to be a revaluation profit. So right over there, to revaluation profit, and this profit is going to be transferred to all the three partners. So let's find out the revaluation profit which is going to be transferred to all the three partners capital accounts. So 24,000 minus 9,000, we get the answer as 15,000. Now this 15,000 is going to be split up in the old ratio for all the three partners. So we have the revaluation profit 15,000 and ratio is 5:4:3. So when we add 5:4:3, we get 12,000 as the addition of the ratio. So now we are going to divide 15,000 divided by 12. So we're going to do it in 3 tables. So 3 goes 4 times, 15 goes 5 times followed by the 0. 4 goes once, 5 goes once, 2 times. So we get an answer of 1250 as the revaluation profit split up for the partners, which will be multiplied to the respective share. So now let's multiply it with the share. So for Varsha's share, it's going to be 1250 into 5, 1250 into 4 for Shanti, and 1250 into 3. So let's multiply for each of the partner. So we have got 6,250, 5,000 and 3,750 for the partners. When we add, we should get back the revaluation profit. So let's take these values and put it inside the revaluation account. So on the debit side of the revaluation account, we've got the split up of all the revaluation profit which is shared among the partners. Next, we are going to move into the capital account. So we've got the capital account ready with the format. So whenever we start the capital account, start with the credit side because capital account is credit by balance. So we will start with by balance brought down, which is the opening balance of capital account, which will be on the liability side in the problem. So Varsha is 80,000, Shanti is 60,000 and Madhuri is 20,000. Next, we are going to bring the revaluation profit which we got in the revaluation account into the opposite side of the capital account. So, by revaluation account, and we've already got the split up of the revaluation profit which is going to go into that respective partner's capital column. 3,750. So the revaluation profit also is being transferred. Next, we are going to transfer the accumulated profits, reserves and losses. So first, going on with the general reserve on the liability side. General reserve is on the liability side, the left side page. So it will come to the credit side. So by general reserve. And the general reserve is going to be split up to the partners in the ratio. So the general reserve is 48,000 and the addition of the ratio is 12. So we are going to divide the 48,000 by 12 first. So when we divide it, we get 12 fours of 48. So it becomes 4,000. So now this 4,000 is going to be divided and multiplied. Division is over. So we are going to multiply it with the respective ratio for the partner. So 4,000 into 5, which is 20,000, 4,000 into 4, 16,000 and 4,000 into 3, 12,000. So when we add, we should get back the 48,000 which is the general reserve. So these three values are going to be transferred into the capital account. So general reserve is being transferred into the capital account for the partners. So next what we are going to do is we are going to transfer the profit and loss which is on the asset side. So whatever is on the asset side, it is going to come to the capital account debit side. So we're going to write to profit and loss account. So this also is going to be split up for the three partners. So the profit and loss account is 12,000 and the ratio, the addition of the ratio is 12. So 12,000 divided by 12 is 1,000. So this 1,000 is going to be multiplied to the respective ratio of the partner and shared with them. So 1,000 to 5 for Varsha is 5,000, 4,000 for Shanti and 3,000 for Madhuri. So when you add, you should get back the 12,000. So now these three values are going to be transferred to the debit side of the capital account. So on the debit side of the capital account, we've transferred the profit and loss. So with this, all the adjustments are over. So now we are going to derive at the balance. So a balance carried down for the capital account always comes on the debit side. So to balance carried down, whereas the partner who is deceased, that is Madhuri, will not get a balance. And her balance amount is not settled immediately. So it is going to be transferred into Madhuri's executor's account. So to Madhuri's executor's loan account because they are not settling it immediately. So the continuing partners won't get, it will come to Madhuri's here. So let's draw the grand total and add it up. So first let's finish Varsha. So when we add Varsha, we get 1,06,250. So this 1,06,250 is going to be written on both the sides of the capital account. So on the debit side now, Varsha has 5,000 for profit and loss account. So 1,06,250 minus 5,000, we get 1,01,250 for Varsha's capital account balance carried down. Likewise, coming into Shanti's credit side, when we add, we get 81,000. So 81,000 minus 4,000, we get 77,000 as a balance carried down. Make sure that you write the 81,000 as a grand total on both the sides. Next, moving on to Madhuri. So Madhuri, when we add, we get 35,750 as a grand total. Put the grand total on both the sides, 35,750. Now 35,750 minus 3,000, we get 32,750, which will be transferred to Madhuri's executor's loan account. So now we are going to take this carry down and take it to the opposite side of the capital account as brought down. So by balance brought down, which will be easy for us to take and write it in the capital account, or which is there in the liability side of the balance sheet. So with this, we are going to start with the balance sheet. So we got the balance sheet ready with the asset side and the liability side. So whenever we start with the balance sheet, start with the adjustment. So the first adjustment which is given to us is stock. Stock is an asset. So I'll go to the asset side and write stock. So stock, according to the balance sheet given in the problem, is 40,000. And in the adjustment they said it is to be depreciated. So minus depreciation. Depreciation decreases the value of the asset. So minus 5,000. So we get 35,000 in the outer column. Next is premises. So premises also is an asset which is 1,20,000 in the balance sheet of the problem. And they have said appreciation. So appreciation is plus, that is additional value included, or the value of the asset has gone up, increased. So appreciation. So if you remember, you can go back to the revaluation account and find out the appreciation amount, which was 24,000. So when we add, we get 1,44,000 as premises. Lastly is bad debts. So bad debts will be adjusted along with the debtors in the balance sheet. So debtors, according to the balance sheet given in the problem, is 50,000, and bad debts is going to be subtracted. So less bad debts, which is 4,000. So we get 46,000 as the answer in the outer column. So with this, the balance sheet, the adjustments on the asset side are over. So we are going to write down the remaining items from the asset side. So the remaining items on the asset side, leaving out premises, stock and debtors, is only cash at bank. The profit and loss, accumulated loss, has already been adjusted in the capital account. So therefore, we do not repeat it here. So next, moving on to the liability side. So the liability side, first we will always start with the capital account of the partners. So the capital account of the partners will consist of the continuing partners, who are only Varsha and Shanti. So this value can be taken from the capital account. So from the capital account, credit side by balance brought down is going to be transferred into the balance sheet. So the capital account is going to be added and put it out. So we get 1,78,250. And the last adjustment is the final amount of Madhuri was not paid immediately. So it's going to be transferred to Madhuri's executor's loan account. So this value also we are going to take it from the capital account. So in the capital account, to Madhuri's executor loan account, we have given it on the debit side, 32,750. This value is going to go into the balance sheet liability side. So Madhuri's executor loan account, 32,750 is also done. So the remaining of the item is sundry creditors. So So that is the only item which is remaining. General reserve is already been adjusted in the capital account, so we do not repeat it here. So with this, all the adjustments are over. So let's draw the grand total on both the sides of the balance sheet and see to that the same total appears on both the sides. So the balance sheet is tallied with 2,43,000 on both the sides. If my video was helpful, please do subscribe, comment, like and share.